Oh, Tim, you naughty, naughty, you're teasing me. You're teasing me. Well, so guys, if you are a little excited like me, it's probably because Apple crushed it. Their Q2 earnings came out and oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Q3. They reported Q3 earnings and they blew it out of the water. This was one thing that I was nervous and a bunch of other people were nervous about too, because big tech, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook has been absolutely steamrolling everything. They're all-time highs. They have been carrying the market. People have been going to those four companies more than they've been going to gold and other traditional safe investments. It's why the interest rate is so close to zero. So, people were nervous because if they had pretty much right on par or below average earnings, the overweight value that a lot of analysts had was probably going to turn into a sell, and we probably would have seen some pullback, and ultimately it would have slowed the recovery. So, seeing Apple crush it and Amazon crushed it, not sure about Microsoft and Facebook yet, but seeing those two companies crush it, I think is super positive and definitely shows that we have still more upward trend for at least those two companies. So let's read this article here that Yahoo posted a couple minutes ago, and it just kind of breaks down some of the numbers that the Apple released. So revenue, wow, they absolutely smashed it. Revenue, earnings per share, iPhone revenue, I guess iPhone revenue was down. Service revenue was up. Accessories up by 400 million. That's amazing. Apple, oh yeah, here we go. And then they announced, that was the other thing I was ecstatic about, a 4-to-1 stock split. So I actually have a video coming out tomorrow that explains some index funds and dividends and dividend ETFs that I love. And I mentioned one. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I'll have to put a little note in the video that says that now one of the positives for owning it isn't so as positive now, because Apple is now going to do a 4-to-1 stock split, which means it gets so much cheaper. Nobody wanted to pay $400 a share. I recently bought a lot and it was at like $370. I was like, that's a lot. But now I'm going to get 4 shares for every one that I bought. That is awesome. And I think Apple has a lot going for it. And seeing these numbers is really encouraging. Every year it seems like they're coming out with new innovative products that everyone wants. They're coming out with streaming services. I think Apple is one of the few companies that probably, both Apple and Amazon, I think are going to be the companies that really push Netflix the hardest and compete with them in the next 5 to 10 years, because they have so much cash. Apple is probably one of the most cash-rich companies there is. I don't know what the latest numbers are, but as of like last year, I heard it was like 200 billion cash on their balance sheet, which means a few things. Dividends are always going to be safe with Apple, and they're always going to have enough money to basically keep up with the times, innovate, put whatever they need into R&D, and just continue to be the tank that they freaking been. So if we look at let's just look at the stock price. So the 6-month chart here, man, if you would have been one of the key timed, like best opportunistic investor, you could have snagged it for 224. That would have been nice. I got it for right about here. So I'm excited. If you just look at Apple, it has been an absolute beast. And talking to some of my other friends who own shares, they're ecstatic about Apple and they think you could never go wrong with it. But like I said in previous videos, disclaimer, I am not an investment expert. I'm just a passionate millennial who loves Apple products, knows they have a lot of cash. And if you watched the hearings yesterday, Democrats and Republicans, they went after Facebook hard and they went after Google hard. But guess who they all took really easy questions on? That was Tim Cook of Apple, which means that Dems don't really hate him and Republicans don't really hate him. So I think it's probably the safest bet out of all of those. Now, feel free to do what you want, but I think that I'm gonna re-up the ante, if you will, at 100 when Apple's share price is split 4-1. I'm really excited. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It'll be interesting to see what the markets do tomorrow, how they open. I think the market as a whole is going to react extremely well to the news. Amazon crushed it. Apple crushed it. I'm sure Microsoft is going to crush it. Not so sure about Facebook because of kind of the adpocalypse that's going on there. But I think these guys are going to continue to pull the market up and be the front runners in the recovery. Ooh, before I forget, this day in history. Oh, because we pumped out 3 videos today. So you're getting 3 facts on July 30th. Lucky you. In 1787, the French Parliament refuses to approve more equitable land tax. Don't know what that means, but hey, you learned something. Hey, Snapple facts. You guys drop a sub, drop a like. You have a fantastic evening, and I will see you tomorrow.